Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Here's the Scenario. What, did I not let it go too long?
No, I realized that's the only place it should have ever started. We have been starting it purposely. He purposely added that little pause for us to come in there and
I hit it.
I did it too early. When Brendan does it, it's like the second note of the song, and like
I like that. I like talking over like an instrumental.
Yeah, I also like that we just even can't do it when it's perfect.
that was. Oh, I wasn't gonna say. I was gonna say it after you introduced me, but then you have your fucking rabbit ears up there. You're fucking.
Yeah, as soon as you said you.
Yeah. What?
At him.
Yeah.
My ears are constantly
I was laughing at how perfect it was.
bending towards noise. That is mostly about me. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Here's a Scenario, our free weekly podcast that we put out here on the Laugh button, available on iTunes and anywhere you get podcasts. I'm one of your hosts, Michael Shane Cannon. With me, as always,
Is Mike Feeney, and also
Brendan Scott Sagalow.
nice.
I thought
Scott. It's such a
It's
bizarre.
Scott and Stewart.
Scott Stewart.
My name
Scott
is
Stewart
Brendan
Scott?
Scott Stewart.
if you were Stuart
Sagalow.
Scott, that would be like a nice homage.
Cool.
Stuart Scott. Who's that?
Oh.
You are one of the worst people.
Why?
Because you sing songs from Disney and have no idea who one of their most famous employees are.
Okay. And now I do, I guess.
Do you? Who is
That's
he?
one of their famous
You know what's also
employees.
funny? We've talked about this on one podcast
Several.
of before.
A bunch, yeah. We've had different podcasts where we've discussed this.
This is
in
the
different
first
ways.
podcast I've ever done.
Either way, this is our podcast, everybody. It's a lot of arguing, but we also do hypotheticals. We do hypotheticals, what ifs, would you rathers, all the scenarios that you as listeners submit to us. You send it to our DMs on Instagram. Here's a scenario pod. Also, everything. You could find absolutely everything for this podcast at here'sthescenario.com. You get it on iTunes. You find our social media. You find us individually. You find our Patreon, where we do 2 bonus episodes per week. We do 1 loose bonus of the structure that you hear of this show every single week. And then our Friday Blunts with the Boys is a much looser endeavor that's a bit like Irish Goodbye. And we do a little storytelling where we record it in Washington Square Park. So we
get
do a lot
higher
of...
than a motherfucker.
We do that. We do a lot of play-by-play of just violent crimes that are occurring right around us. This past week, you gotta check it out because someone tried to sell us cocaine on camera for a while.
Yeah, we couldn't have been more. This is all on camera. There's a big camera. We have.
And who would have thought the cocaine deal would be trumped by the naked man and the guy dressed as a statue who was assaulted by the naked man.
Yeah.
Who was not running from the crime. He was actually standing there quite proud.
Yeah.
Nobody was running from the crime. We should have packed our stuff up and ran from the crime.
There's been multiple moments where we
have
all
to
should
find
have
a new
got going.
place.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not wearing shades because I think I'm cool. I showed Nicole my eyes before, and she had such a visceral
Can I see your eyes?
reaction. Dude, I am like...
Take them off.
So, let me explain before the reveal, because you guys are probably just going to, like, blue ball me a little bit and be like, that's what they always look like. So, I'm rabbiting both of you.
Okay.
But I have incredible allergies due to the new house that we just moved into. We're right on the mountain. There's new shrubbery. There's new surroundings, and all of them are just attacking my senses left and right. And on top of that, our cats have now moved into the same home as us for the first time in 18 months. They were in the cabana for a long time while we were living at the in-laws. Obviously, we spent every single day with them, went in, fed them, all that shit. Imagine we just left them in there for 18 months, and we're like, oh, you're still here. Cool, come on to the new house. But now they're on top of us in bed, and I'm like waking up like like trying to breathe with my throat closing. But look at that. It's rough, right?
They do kind of look like what they've always looked like.
No, dude, it's heavier baggage. There's also more of a fold in the corners. It's maybe they've gotten better over the last 30 minutes because I'm out of that house.
They're actually like crystal clear white. I
They're
thought they
the
were gonna
best
be,
eyes
like,
I've
pink.
ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's surprising because I was crying before.
Yeah. They do look like you've been crying, but they don't look like red.
But your eyes always
No,
look
the
like
bags.
crying.
It's more the bags.
And
It's
about
underneath.
your throat? You have like, is that
throat.
hives you have on your throat?
It's probably hives. It's probably everything.
It's right in the middle of your throat.
No, it's an ingrown hair that I tried to get rid of earlier. Thank you, though, for pointing out.
Oh, wow. I just noticed that. Gross.
It's all I see.
Look at all the imperfections on your skin, you fucking human scab. You human scab. What are those red dots under your jawline? What do they press together?
There when I shave.
With your necklace from Joanne's, you scrape down on your fucking jawline every time you try to put that choker on.
Okay.
All right, take it off right now. Let's see if you have green right around your throat.
I don't have any.
You might have green.
Yeah, that'll be in a month and a half when that shit starts wearing off. Don't attack me. I'll attack you right back. You sack of shit, and I'm finding something about you. Don't worry.
You're just spending time on Brennan, casually checking in on me, ocularly assessing.
There's something coming. Don't worry. There's something coming. But I feel like I've just said
Not
everything
the shirt,
I can
though.
say. Huh?
Not the shirt, though.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's a great shirt.
We got
It
no
is a
food.
great
We got
shirt.
no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off.
Let's get into questions.
Let's get into the question. So again, here's the scenario.com. You can hit us up on Instagram, DM us, let us know what questions you guys got. We got a bunch. So thank you very much for all those who have submitted. Curtis Crew 311 on Instagram. Here's your scenario. You come up with a character that everybody loves, but they hate you. Nobody speaks to you, only the character. You as a person are forgotten, and you have to live as this character you've created. Mary Jean Rigatone, would you like to answer?
No. I would argue that we are all characters, and we've become the characters that we are now than when we started doing stand-up, if that makes any sense.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't make any sense that we are now...
Are you trying to say all the world is a mask or whatever? We all
Yeah,
are
dude.
masks, metaphorically.
No, I was going to
speaking.
say we are now like who... I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm not smart enough.
I know what you're trying to say.
I'm just saying, as stand-ups, I think we've become the characters that we, you know.
I think that's the exact opposite. I think it's.
Why are you so mad at me?
I'm not.
Because of the neck
Yeah,
thing.
because of the neck thing.
I didn't say anything
And you
about
came
the
on
neck.
late.
He
It was-
brought
you're
out
right.
the neck.
Yeah.
I just asked what it was because you said hives and you said he's woke up on
I
my
didn't
neck.
say
So I was like, oh my.
hives. I
you
said I couldn't breathe.
You said, oh yeah, but you said they were on your neck. So
You
I was
can't
like,
breathe
oh, no.
with that hole in your neck? Woo! We're having fun.
Now, I would say that the answer is a resounding yes. I mean, if you get to tell me that you become as successful as Dice Clay and Larry the Cable Guy, and then people just have to walk up to you and shout your catchphrase at you while you're buying your fourth home in Venice, it's like, yeah, I'm good.
I mean, this feels like more of a question for Giannis.
Yeah.
yeah.
I just have never created a successful character, so I really wouldn't know. I would say that, or Jim Norton for Chip. You know, I mean, everybody loves Jim also, but it's like that character is so popular. It's like, what do you then do?
It's now, I think it's overshadowed Jim. It's now like 60-40 people prefer Chip, because I was just telling Brennan, I was watching the Tough Crowd like pilot, like this first episode, and Jim Norton's on it, and literally the comments are like, little did Jerry Seinfeld know that the great Chip Chipperson would be on the show with him. And you're like, they're commenting on that from
It's
like
one
years.
and the same.
But that's also YouTube. Like, it's a very specific pool of fandom. You know, like the YouTube people, the Opie and Anthony pests, those people live on YouTube and social media. So it's kind of like, it's a tough representation. But, I mean, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, do you open for Frank Rigatone, or does Frank open for you?
That's
or
so
what the
true.
fuck? What do you do when you create something like that and people just are like, yeah, you're fine as a comedian, dude. You make us laugh, but there's something about that character that is just so not you. We love it.
Dude, opening for your character would be the saddest thing. It'd be like,
Giannis used to do that, so careful.
I think he had to. But that's why I'm saying, I don't think it's...
oh, God.
I should have let
I mean,
him go.
that's fucking crazy if that's true.
It is true.
I love Giannis, but like, why would he would open and be like, hey, it's me,
Why would he
Giannis.
do that?
Anyway,
Because he was making
He would
tens
sell out.
of thousands of dollars for a
He'd
weekend.
sell out Gotham to be Mauricia for
All right, well, I guess
20
we got
minutes.
my
To
answer.
throw on a wig and some shoes he bought on Canal. Like,
Yeah.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
Look, it looks like my finger.
Don't.
It looks like my finger's wearing a top hat.
Oh, formal finger.
Hello, boys. Like,
Four score, 7.
we're about to talk about Giannis Pop. Have a good day. Cheerio.
You save yourself.
I'm good at saving.
I mean, sometimes you really are good at tying a weight around your ankle and sinking deeper.
Which is its own save in a way.
It isn't. But I would say, are we all agreed on the same page? We would do that.
Yeah,
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, I
For
mean, it would,
money.
listen,
First episode, first question.
I will say this, it would take some pride swallowing. It would
course.
take a bit of like, man, I'm just not what the people want.
Yeah.
Like,
Even right now, admitting that I would do that takes some pride swallowing.
no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
I mean, I have
For me,
a character that I've been working on for a while.
who's your character?
Oh, I don't
Pedophile cop?
have the stuff. It's all I gotta. It's in like very aggressive blackface, so I
Comedian
gotta
slash
still work
serial
out the
killer?
jokes of it.
Yeah,
But
the jokes have to be strong for that to work.
yeah. Well, the opinions are strong, and that kind of floats it through.
Well, I'm buying a ticket right now.
Okay, next question. Liz Flanagan. Here's one. Marry, fuck, kill, Feeney, Ken, and Sagalow.
Now this I feel like
Classic.
we've done a few times,
This
but
is a
we're
classic.
always the good thing about us is that we have a bad memory and we never answer the same question the same twice.
Never.
Yeah.
So
Let's answer it differently. Let's not.
I mean
go
I
with
couldn't
what-
tell you what we even said last time.
I know exactly what we said last time because every time this question is asked, I remember when I said I would marry Feeney because I know how Cannon talks to his wife.
Yeah,
But this time, I'm going to say this.
I'm like Frankenstein from Big Daddy.
yeah.
These
Frankenstein.
are my
Yeah.
invisible glasses.
That's hilarious. I'm going to say this time. I'm going to marry Cannon, okay?
okay.
And I'm going to murder Feeney,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to fuck
You
myself.
fucking wish.
I do. I know exactly how I would.
Yeah, this is really
How would you
just
kill him?
fuck
I'd go
marry.
to his house and shoot him in the fucking face.
That's so
Yeah,
quick.
right.
Yeah, it's so quick. You go in, and then walk the fuck out.
3 bullets with a
Yeah, but you have to
silencer?
also remember you're going
Each
to
bullet
be,
is for his family.
you're going to be
wonder-
caught.
You go.
You're going to be caught, though.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you will, because you will shoot me in the face,
No, I'm not.
see the blood, go, blood, and then pass out and be there when the cops arrive.
You think so, but this whole thing has been a ruse.
What?
My whole
you've been
vagal thing has been a ruse.
You had a seizure just for funsies?
Yeah, I'm like fucking what's his face from that movie where he like walks like a retard. And
Is it
fucking-
Edward Norton in the score?
No, it's
Because that
it's-
would have been a fantastic reference, and you kind of
it's
have
that
to.
rapist. Who's that rapist?
Oh,
that
well, I'm
that
sorry
gay
I gave it to
rapist?
you.
Who's the gay rapist?
Oh, Brendan Sagalow.
Yeah.
No, famous gay rapist.
Oh, Tyrone Sagalow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, Unusual Suspects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought
Kevin
you meant the
Spacey.
retarded person, Officer
Spacey.
Doofy from
That's
from
what it's
Scary
making fun
Movie.
of. That's what it's making.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's hilarious. That's great. I had no idea. I thought it was just a funny bit.
Well, that's what I would do. I'd walk in like fucking Wahlberg in Departed. I'd have little fucking things on my feet. I'd be wearing a nurse's outfit.
And then
I'd
you'd get
walk
shot
up-
in the head once you get out of my elevator.
The cops aren't coming right away.
No, I'm coming for you.
The thing that you would really have to consider, though, dude, you'd have to lotion up for like a week
I know.
prior because
DNA would get
can't-
everywhere
yeah.
if I scratched my knuckles.
Dude, you do one little scrape and it's just.
But here's the thing: I would just be like, "Yeah, I mean, we're friends and we have a podcast together, and
Yeah. There's a
I'm-
clear motive. And
I'm so there is zero clear motive.
Cut
there's
to like a
even a-
supercut of 8 hours of me making fun of him on this
and
podcast
us
alone.
Yeah, we have-
discussing who we'd murder.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That
how.
would be the.
And Brendan saying in detail what he did.
That's hilarious. That's like a clip show.
It's like OJ's If I Did It book.
Yeah. Why would I ever kill Feeney?
Yeah.
Goes to the different episodes of making fun of me. So that's what I would do. I'd walk in, I go, and then Erica would be like, "What the hell?" And I go,
Why are you killing my wife?
"No witnesses, dude."
Okay.
Do
I
you think you
respect
could? Do you
And
think
then I
you could?
fucking shoot Jeet as well.
Do you
Wow.
think
it. He
that's
can't even talk.
where you don't need to?
He killed the dog. That's a message.
Do you
To
think
who? I'm dead. And so is my wife.
to the cops that found you?
Mm.
I bet actually, if you were a dead body right
I
now,
don't want you in my home anymore.
I bet if you were a dead body
Yeah.
found harmed in your apartment, they would think you were a cop if you had no identification on you.
I was wearing
Because-
blue jeans.
Because of the mustache, because of the giant shrine to the NYPD you have on your camera.
Yeah.
They'd just be like, it's one of our own. Let's get him. And they'd send, every bagel eating
SWAT
cop
team,
to
yeah.
Brandon's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'd be I'd be on the lamb.
No, you'd be eating lamb.
I'd be eating lamb on the lamb.
Yeah.
I would like to know what it's like to fuck myself. You know what I mean? Like me on my best I don't want to know what it's like when I shoot my load pretty quick. Everybody who is part of that understands what that is like. But if I was able to take my best, I would like to see what that's like.
Oh. I thought you meant like with a long enough dick. You're talking like another copy.
Another me, fucking me. Yeah, I'd like to see how it is.
Yeah,
I think it would be good. I'd also, in that case, I guess, would like to have a vagina because it's not the full experience if I'm having me go gay for the first time against.
Yeah, you'd have to do that within like the week. You'd have to prepare yourself for the week, like put
years, dude. I have to
years.
I have
How
to
long does
invert
it
my
take to
own
do
cock
anal?
and make it heal to the point where me can fuck me.
No, I'm talking about like the anal thing where it's like you have to, one night.
Oh,
put it
like
in,
stretch it like a
pull it
gauge
out.
earring.
Exactly.
I getcha.
Yeah.
I would marry Sagalow. Just because Kevin, we
I
would
can
have a
fix
lot.
him.
We would fight. I could fix him. We would, and also his threshold for like things is way lower.
We should have stopped the show after
Yeah.
that. That was both an insult on him and calling you a woman.
I could. If I cut up apple slices for Brendan, he'd be like, "What is it? Our anniversary?" Like the threshold.
I'm very sweet too.
The threshold is so low for like.
You're
whoa.
I'd give him a little kiss on the cheek and I go, "You're the best."
You're sweet, but I bet there's some misplaced anger that comes out at very inappropriate
But
points.
that's
course.
why we're having sex.
You guys have
because I
seen
feel like that's where your torque would come in, and then I'm another version of if I have a second copy of me, I'm trying to kill me to see if I can get away with it.
yeah.
And then and then the copy takes over.
and then I end up with the gun and I'm like this and you're
Yeah.
like, kill him. He's
Yeah.
the real Feeney.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Which
the fake
one-
Feeney.
Yeah, he
Which one
panicked.
knows
Which
you
one's
best?
the real one?
You say a harsh truth and the other one says something nice, and he's like, "I know you're real." But
Yeah. He
I
panics
kill
and-
the real Feeney.
Yeah, he's got a gun between the two of us. He panics and shoots Jeet, and we're like, why?
yeah. I just go, fuck it.
Yeah.
Just kill them both.
Shut that fucking dog up.
Yeah, shut that dog up. Shut that fucking dog up.
Oh, it's the best. All right, so we're all sociopaths. Next question, Chris. Hold on. I know it's too late since it's already aired, and I appreciate my scenario making the pod, but to throw a monkey wrench in it, there's some theories that say when the end. Oh, so this is about the end or the beginning, which one we would like to visit, which a couple of people have actually made this point, I believe. There are some theories that say when the end happens, a new beginning starts. If the universe collapses in on itself, it could explode into a new Big Bang. So if you pick the end, you might see both. I love weed.
That's a good point. That is a good point. I also love weed. What did he say before that?
He said that basically the end and the beginning
That was
could
from last
just be
Yeah.
one thing.
Oh.
You know what I
that's
mean? So if
interesting. Yeah.
you go to the end, then you're kind of also seeing the beginning of whatever comes next.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, which is very true. And also probably the same truth as whenever this began. Whatever was going on before this.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that is what the whole theory is that like once the universe explodes, it just comes back and we start all over and everything that we're doing now happens again.
sorry, I'm reading these questions to kind of like divulge and go through it ahead of time. I like to vet things.
Okay.
So let's go and it was the next one.
Okay. Muthoni. We answered that one.
Mathoni sent a bunch of them, didn't he?
Yeah, he or they are the best. If I have to sleep, this is going to cause some fights. I almost don't want to ask this.
All right, hit me.
If I have to sleep, so this
We're
is
doing so good.
this is
too.
actually
Is it if- is your
this is
sa-
just for Brendan.
Okay.
Just for Brendan.
Okay.
If Brendan has to sleep with one of our wives,
Oh no, I can't answer.
No.
who
what
do
are
you
we
think
doing?
you could seduce the easiest? If it helps, she never slept with any of your friends. Alternative universe. Well, I don't know what that part.
Who out of
Oh,
your-
he's saying
wow,
that
that's a
she's
tricky
saying that
question.
if they didn't date us.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Who do I think?
Who
I
do you
could-
think you could
oh,
get?
I'm sweating now.
I am too.
Who do I think I could get out of your wives?
Careful now.
I mean, they're both sweet.
I think it's Nicole. I think she's an idiot.
I think
No.
I really.
No.
I think if it, yeah, I think Nicole.
She
She
seemed-
finds my stupidness.
Yeah,
Whereas
endearing.
Erica is like, huh?
Erica gets confused, but she loves a fixer-upper.
What did I tell you the other night? I forget because Nicole's been listening to the podcast. Nicole, my wife, not Nicole, the producer. She has been listening to the podcast and it really enjoys it. And she was saying about how this is it. She was like, I understand Brendan. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, he like has a really tough time articulating himself.
Yes.
And then you do your thing.
And then you do your thing.
She was like,
Feeney's also there.
Yeah. Yeah.
but she means by the thing, she means over-explaining things and almost cuttingly articulate what it is he either meant or didn't say
Yeah.
or any fault in his message. And she's like, I just can kind of, I can empathize.
Yeah, I get that. So, yeah, to answer your question, I think me and Nicole would be very happy together.
Yeah. No, I think it would be two dopes batting their heads back at you.
Two rams.
Two mountain rams hitting each other in the fucking head, trying to figure out where the pizza is.
We'd have a good couple of weeks, and then she'd be like, I got to get a smarter fucking guy. This is crazy.
That's the thing. Nicole's really smart. She's just very like soft. She's soft and loving and very kind. Like she's just
got a motherly thing.
Yeah, she feels it. So it's funny that
She's got a motherly thing going on. Why?
she's a mother.
Oh, I see.
Next question.
I meant that before. I mean, I knew her before she was a mom as well. And I felt that
What's
same
that
way.
supposed to mean?
I felt that same. Your Honor,
I knew her intimately, if you know what I mean.
Dude, I have a patch of sweat on the back of my shirt. I've never been hotter in my entire life.
can we get an air conditioner in this room?
I'm about to pop this top off.
Brandon, can you grab another water from there?
Oh, which I
You don't
was,
even
I'm
have
not
to
going to
take the
stand up
headphones.
and get the water.
which I was feeling good.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thanks, Nicole.
Producer, not my wife. Next question. Next question. Would you rather? This is from Mathoni as well. Would you rather?
Got one.
No,
What?
I don't.
No, this is mine.
He's
This
got
is-
one.
This is mine.
Yeah, so she went to toss it to you, and you pointed at Mike
No,
as
no.
if to be like,
another. No, I'm talking about a charger. You fuck.
dude, we're in
The
the
other one
middle
got
of a
stolen.
podcast. Come on.
That's why I was doing it
Go ahead.
silently. You cunt.
Go ahead.
You cunt.
Wow.
You said the soft part loud and the loud part soft. Can I thank you for the gift, for the gift you just gave?
That's for the internet,
Because
folks.
you are-
Don't. I have a whole one, and you got nothing. That was such a fun thing.
Ow! Oh, you just jammed your unathletic fingies right into the heel of his hand.
The bone.
Not even
God.
doing much. I do.
Stop doing that.
Why?
Yeah.
Because
what
it's not
he
working
did-
and you're getting more hurt.
And what he did was a dry trick. What you're doing is tossing water around electrical equipment.
This isn't electrical.
you gotta check out make sure you follow us on Instagram and or watch the
YouTube.
video on YouTube of that, because that was a full reaction to
Yeah,
that.
that was the other sister or whatever that was. What
Was,
that?
yeah.
Is
The
that
sister.
The
Yeah.
other sister, right? With what is it, Giovanni Ribisi and
Uh-huh.
the girl who dated Brad Pitt when she was 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, Julia Lewis.
Julia Lewis. So I
Yeah.
always want to say
Juliet.
Julia Louis Dreyfus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's
Juliet
Juliet
Lewis.
Lewis.
Me too.
Yeah. Would you rather, from Mathoni, would you rather everything have a slight clean pussy taste when you eat anything, or a little bit salty?
A little bit salty.
Every good food is a little bit salty.
Yeah.
Every good food.
Not ice cream.
It's like, yeah.
Even pussy could be sometimes a little bit
It's
salty.
butter,
what I'm saying?
salt, fat, acid, heat, baby. That's the
You-
ingredient.
Disgust me.
Where's the top hat?
I don't know. I really that kind of plumped me up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Like just the taste of a clean clam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but salty. Clams are salty.
Yeah, but I
Seafood salty.
like a little salty.
French fries are salty.
Let's also
Pizza's salty.
let's set the tone for salty. Like what are we talking about? In
A
terms
little
of
too salty.
A little too salty.
Just a
So is
tinge
it-
too salty. We're like,
so
whoa,
it's
it's a lot of
anchovy?
salt.
Or that's a lot too.
No, I think
salty.
on any single thing that you eat, you go like, oh, this is good, and then you're like, oh, it's a little salty. Like you just say that. Like it's not enough to where you're gonna stop eating it, but you're like, you
Yeah,
notice
I'll still
that
take
it's more
that.
salty.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going a little salty.
Yeah, I'm going a little salty.
I think I'm going clean puss.
That's good.
I don't mind that. Next question from Mathoni. What are some reasons why you get mad/frustrated with your significant others?
Oh, that's so much a
Wow.
scenario as a marital issue.
Yeah,
but
I feel
also-
like we shouldn't
Why?
divulge that.
Oh, because yours is new and she
No, I'm
She
very,
listen?
I'm very okay,
Can't
but it's
take it?
a little personal, I would
Does she
say.
listen?
a little personal. What do you think we're doing here?
A little personal. What do you think we're doing?
Wow. Here's the thing. I'm gonna fight him after this show, and it's gonna be a beating. It's going to be a beating of which Patreon has never seen before.
There will be a crowd of people surrounding this.
Oh my God, with a giant cocked naked guy in the background, just being like, I thought I had problems. But
I'm going to feel the impact on my feet through the ground.
it's really interesting to see Brendan when he has something to lose, because all of a sudden there's protected information that he's not willing to divulge. Up until this point, it was him and I are the most transparent. We say everything. All of our shit is up for grabs. There is no too personal. It's us. And then anytime Feeney withheld, we were like, "Fuck you, you pussy. What's your problem? I thought this was for the art, man." And now this cunt gets a girlfriend for 8 days, and he's like, "I just don't want to discuss it.
What is the
But I
question?
will
again?
publicly wear her necklaces."
What is the question?
The question
What is
is,
it
why do
bothers you?
Why do you hate your significant
Yeah,
other or
yeah.
something?
No, that's not even close.
I was kidding.
What are some reasons why you get mad/frustrated with your significant other? Very easy. Just a
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, I will answer it. I'm just
Okay.
I'm
You know what's a thing that I just that I'll lead off, right? And this is
Okay.
a small thing. It's not even like that big, but man, does it sometimes kind of just snowball into a big thing.
Yeah.
Is there is not a moment in my life that Nicole can't think of a chore for me to do. Like, not a moment. Like, I'm walking to get the mail at the end of the driveway. She's like, "Can you take this with you and put it at the like anything? Like something's on the way."
Load you up like a donkey.
And I'm yes, yeah. And I just
El
get
burro.
like, dude, the other day I was like, "What?" And she's like, "It's cool. We'll do it later." I just had a crazy vein just lightning through my head. I was like, "Huh?" She's like, "All right, forget it."
All right, that's a good one.
Anything?
Well, it is new, so there's like, I guess,
Kobe.
I guess, you know, I can't think of anything. You go. I'll think of something.
Yeah, I guess it's that Erica decided not to be like some sort of like high-powered agent or something to help me in this industry in any
That bugs
way.
you?
It really fucking irks me because she's got the people skills, she's
She
got
does
the
have the
clerical
people
skills. She's
skills.
very good at being like
Yeah.
nice to people. She remembers people, and she's very good at like following up and sending emails. She'd be such a great.
Erica has this incredible skill where she can bully you from the lowest volume possible.
What do you mean?
Like she, and
Yeah,
so
she
sweet.
does have
but
that.
she can say something that's like
She does.
she
have
just
that.
she just puts it in a way where you're like, "I've never felt
Also a
stupider
nice, also
for
a
making
nice
a
thing.
decision that is against whatever you just
Yeah, she was
said."
like, "Oh,
think-
Brendan, you leave your shoes untied all the time when you walk."
Yeah.
What about falling? And Brendan's like, "I will never think about not tying them again."
as much as we all make fun of each other too, when Erica goes, they're so mean to you, I'm like, "Fuck you!" Like, I'm more offended by her saying that, and I'm like, "Nah, I'm mean to them too.
I can take it. I'm meansy.
I'm meansies." Here's something that Jess does is she gets fucking hammered sometimes, and then we're in the Uber, and she's like fucking falling asleep and snoring, and I'm like holding her butt because she'll be like, it's not just like a sweet like on my shoulder kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like. Yeah, like going.
Yeah.
One time we're in the
Like
Uber,
me.
and we're one
Like
time we're
me
in, dude,
3
really.
years ago.
We're in an Uber, and she's going like this, and I just put my finger on her forehead, and I was just holding her head like this, like up like that. So I would, yeah, that's a little annoying because then every Uber driver thinks I'm gonna take her home and like sexually.
Yeah,
abuse her.
So to recap-
I actually can't believe you said that. That's pretty personal.
Yeah. What?
But
So what annoys you is her drinking problem? That's
No.
yikes. All right.
Just no. She can drink all
Clip
she
it.
fucking wants. Don't clip it. Don't listen to this.
Don't listen to this.
clip it, tag her,
Don't
and
listen to
add
this,
her,
baby.
add her with.
Sweetheart.
Listen to this, baby.
Don't,
Doing sweetheart first, didn't you?
don't listen to this, sweetheart. You're my world.
Oh,
That's so funny.
I think something that
Yeah,
bothers
does
me
she
about her
call-
is that
does
she's
she-
beautiful.
Nice try,
does she
fat
step up?
guy.
Nice try, fat guy. Is that the name of the episode? I guess.
The name of your album.
Nice try, fat
I
guy.
might cut out. No, now we're good. Am I? Can you hear me?
No,
We've
your
always heard you.
headphones came out.
Yeah.
Maybe that did.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Nice try, fat guy.
Nice try, fat guy.
The Brendan Sagalow story. Unbelievable.
It rhymed. I felt it coming like a wave offshore, and I was like, "Uh-oh."
It's just sometimes things don't have to be complicated. No, you know, sometimes
No,
you just,
not at all.
You just say what you see.
No.
Okay, so let's go to the big book of here's the scenario. We wrote
Yeah.
if buy it on stands now. If you could unknow one thing you know,
We did this.
We did this one.
last question. If you could have one entire country depopulate, we did that as well. So good job with the bookmark, stupid idiot.
Nice try, fat guy.
If you could have a secret camera in any one room in the world, what room would you put it in?
I would pick the White House
Oh, that sucks. Why? Tell us why.
because
What would you
politics,
do with that
man.
information?
Because the people in power, okay, they, they squish the little guy, and I'd like to know what's going on in that room.
And then if you found out, what would you do about it?
Stop it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I would stop it.
Even if you posted it on your Instagram, it would get 500 views.
No, I'm kidding. I want a camera in wherever they make the secret sauce at McDonald's.
Ah, that's not bad. I would put, if you're going to put a camera anywhere,
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
go.
Irina Shayk's toilet.
Who?
Bradley Cooper's ex-girlfriend then
Oh.
dated Kanye for a minute, but she's soup's hot.
You know where I'd like a camera? Anywhere that I just left and there are still people behind.
Oh man, you don't want to watch that footage?
I know. I just want to have it and then have someone else transcribe it, look through it, and then be like, and I just go, huh? And they go,
It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, they just go like this. There was a lot of talk about a gay mustache.
yeah.
Secret camera in one room. Okay, so if you had to, next question. If you had to lose one of your limbs, which one would you sacrifice?
Mm.
Left arm.
My leg. One of my legs.
No,
Your
you're a
legs.
crazy boy. You're
Yeah.
a crazy boy.
Why is that crazy?
Have you ever twisted your ankle and tried
Are we
to get
talking about
around this?
pain right now?
No.
No, we're talking about how you get around.
Have you ever
I would
tried to
get
get
a,
around this city? Have you ever tried going up subway steps with
No, I
one
know
leg?
that.
Here's the thing. If
I
I,
would
if
get
I
a
know
fucking
if I
thing.
know Brendan,
And do I know Brit?
No, you can't get a limb.
Oh,
You can't.
okay.
It's, well, you're missing one.
yeah, this
Okay.
is. I think Brendan, for his
And
whole
my
life,
left
if
arm.
I had to guess, his main dream is to be one of those dogs whose legs don't work, so they strap him on like
Yeah.
a gurney with the wheels, and they walk around
Yeah,
with
yeah.
their front hands. I think that's little Brandon's dream come true.
Well, it wasn't before, but now it is.
And the wheels are made of cheese.
Yeah.
yeah. Cheese wheels. I would lose an arm, left arm, I think.
A non-dominant arm.
Non-dominant arm.
So you can still get around. I can still do everything I need to do. Grip. I mean, I just got over not having my dominant arm for 2 months. So now it feels like I'm like, oh, I could do that because my day wasn't,
No, I'm going back to leg.
You going back?
Yeah, because you can have crutches and stuff. It's
dude.
fine.
Have you
wanna
ever
be able
been
to
on?
play
Have you
guitar.
ever been on crutches?
Yeah.
And have
It
you?
sucks.
How's your armpits do after a few steps?
Yeah,
It
yours
sucks,
are just
but
red.
I'll get-
And then
putting
going up
deodorant
steps on crutches and
I'm
having to
sure-
hold them and hop up one.
I'm sure they make comfortable.
I'll lose
crutches.
both my arms to never sprain my ankle again. To never have to be. If you told me I could never be on crutches
300
ever
Patreons
again,
would take away Feeney's
Oh
arms.
man, I would love to chainsaw Feeney's arm off at 1,000. And then at 2,000 lose the other one. I think that's a reasonable goal.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. You heard it here.
What about you?
Patreon.com/scenario pod. I'd lose my cock.
Is that a limb?
Yeah, it is for me.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Uh-oh.
In the sense that it has branches growing out of it. If you could only keep one of your limbs, which one would
that
you
sucks.
choose to keep?
Then I'm going right arm because if I'm already hobbled, put me in a wheelchair and then I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm going right arm.
I'm going cock. I would keep
Great.
only my penis. Then I'd just be one of, what is the knight from the Holy Grail when he
Oh,
gets
yeah.
lopped off and he's like, "Oh, you can't fight me." And
Yeah,
he's just
yeah.
spraying blood out
Just
of
a
his
flesh
Me a
wound.
flesh wound.
Yeah, I'd love that. I would love to be a little stumpy boy. Match my thumb, my old
Yeah.
thumb.
Your old thumb. Oh, because the limbs are gone.
The Gonzis. Next question: if you were to have sex with two people simultaneously that you have known from your own past, who would you pick?
Your wives. This is how we do it.
You really have a couple go-tos for when a joke.
This is how we do it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I have go-tos.
Is that the Montel Jordan collection? That necklace?
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
That
I'm
came with
sorry. Is
his-
it not noticeable and blinging directly in my eye every time?
No, that came with his. Now that's what I
Stop
call
shaking your
music.
tits. That was not a good look for you. That was not a good look. I hope you had a close-up on that, Nicole.
Don't do
because
that.
Needs
Don't do that.
to be a GIF. I got blood flow from that shit.
Nice. I don't like this shirt. It shows my titties.
Your fucking
Yeah, you gotta-
knockers just banging back and
It's not a
forth
complimentary shirt.
like a sweaty pendulum.
Don't look at me after I agreed with you. That's the second time today. Brendan said something, and I go, "Yeah, you're right." And he's like, "Don't
Yeah.
do that."
Yeah. I'm
I'm
insulting
allowed to make
myself.
fun of me. You're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I was assessing your shirt as suboptimal, which it is.
I have to do laundry.
Okay.
Two people that you know
So-
from the past.
Two people that I've known from the past. Well, I would say, can it include people that we've met?
Yeah.
So that counts.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
And
Yet you still picked our wives.
I'd see. There's a part of me wants like Leo to be there because that way he can attract like so. Oh, but it has to be two people that I knew. So really, maybe it would be like somebody from like some crush I had in middle or high school or something like that. But
There's a couple of girls that I've had sex with that had I had a second like I would like
Yeah.
another crack because I just
yeah,
didn't
now with
go.
more confidence.
Yeah, I told the story right about how
The sisters
no,
or the
no.
best friends.
I slept with somebody in the back of my Malibu, my 1998 Chevy Malibu,
Nice.
and it was her first time. She was super into it. I was also super into it. I went in to have sex. I entered her and I came the moment I went in.
Oh, the too late story.
I pumped 4 times after and then faked a Charlie horse and said, "I can't do this."
Wow.
and also clean yourself up.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I was
yeah.
gloved up, but I think she must have noticed the fact that my cock was hanging like a fucking
And then you
Dr.
threw a
Seuss.
water balloon out the window.
Yeah, it's so funny to like be like, I'd rather fake.
Why did
a
the
Charlie
condom
horse.
fly like a foxtail?
Yeah,
60 yards?
yeah.
You threw a milk balloon.
It did look like a Christmas stocking in a Dr.
Yeah.
Seuss picture.
Fuck,
That's
two people that you've
reference.
known. It's like there's not.
Nina Agdal would be one for me. She's a model, and I met her when we were writing Guy Code or whatever. She was on Guy Code for a season. She's like one of the hottest human beings on earth. She's so gorgeous, it's insane.
I met Elizabeth Banks.
Oh.
That counts.
That counts.
That counts.
Okay.
She was very little though. She actually. You ever see someone who's like so little that you're like, man, people who are having sex with you are like into little kids. You know what I mean? Like when someone look like people.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande is a perfect
Yeah.
example, but she's also like really young too. It's like, but she's also she's like 4 foot something. Where you're
Right,
like,
yeah.
oh, this is just like someone who wants to have sex with a
But actually-
child but can't.
But those women are heroes because they're actually providing pedophiles with a healthy outlet.
Yeah,
the Greg
pots
Stone
and
bit.
pans, Pots and pans.
What?
Greg Stone does a great bit about
Does he?
pedophilia,
Oh.
about how like you're like how it takes so much courage that you can't put it on your tombstone. Like here lies Greg who didn't fuck kids even though he really wanted to. You know, like it's not like
Great.
Yeah,
That's
he's
yeah.
and then he said a thing about how like the little people, and I think also Norman has a bit that's
I had an old bit about how Selena Gomez was used as methadone for pedophiles.
there you go.
It's really awful to say that about a woman, but
Yeah.
I don't know her.
Here's 2 women. Doja Cat, who I've met,
Oh, yeah.
and then a clone of Doja Cat, who I think I've met.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the
Oh!
second one.
Mila Kunis.
You met her.
Yeah, she was with when I met her and Justin Timberlake in Central Park. Mila Kunis and Elizabeth Banks, 2 4-foot children.
Look at you.
Can we have just cut the names out and just
No.
put that?
And Nala from The Lion King as a baby.
Yes. Whoever played April O'Neil when I went to Disney World when I was 6, I remember having the craziest erection of my
Oh,
life.
you didn't.
At 6 years old, dude, meeting that woman, just being like,
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, I did.
It's such a funny response.
How do you know? You don't know my dick.
I know what being 6 is like.
You don't remember. My son is 2 and he gets erections. So you don't know nothing
but not
about nothing.
from being aroused.
How do you know what I'm doing to him?
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, you don't know
flip
what's going
that. And that should pretty much clear the rest of the slate from any other clips that we've made.
Yeah. We've ruined our lives.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I guess whoever. Next question. Actually, let's do some plugs. Here's the scenario.com for all things this podcast. Go to iTunes, subscribe, write a review. All those things help boost the show into the algorithm. Share it with a friend. This is a word of mouth operation, so we really we rely on you guys telling your friends that this is a fun show. Obviously, we're doing hypotheticals. Obviously, there are other shows out there that also do hypotheticals, but I do think that the three of us and our chemistry together sets us apart, and this show becomes something much more than just answering some doofy questions. So here's the scenario.com. If you love us, if you want to support us, even if you don't want additional content, but you'd love to find a way to financially support us, go to patreon.com/scenariopod, and lucky for you, if you do throw us a couple bucks, there is a mountain of content coming your way. We do 2 bonus episodes of podcasting per week. And on top of that, we throw all of our individual and collective content up there either early by a week or exclusively. So all of our stuff that we put out on our individual YouTubes goes up there early. You get the sneak peek before anybody can check it out.
It's too much content. We're giving too much away.
It's nearly too much, but I will say this. The people that are in our Patreon, which is growing by the day, so
They love it.
They love it.
They love it.
They love it because there's never a dull moment.
Yeah.
If you're fucking bored and you don't know what you want to do and you don't know what to watch, boop, up pops a notification from our Patreon. You got me and Brendan. We just went on stage randomly together at New York Comedy Club because there was 9 people in the audience.
Everything
It's like,
we
why
are
not?
doing is now for the Patreon.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't have gone up together. We might have done
Life
that for
is
fun.
content. There are no more experiences.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on year 6 of that. Irish goodbye. Yeah.
So check that out.
Yeah.
Also, individually, we are on the road and sometimes together. Brendan and I have a really great run coming up. MikeCannonComedy.com for all of my tickets. I just got a brand new. What happened?
I was laughing. I was thinking about yesterday.
Yesterday we were talking about it on YKWd, and they were making fun of me because I was like, "Yeah, I'm on the road with Mike," and
No, Bobby was making fun of you for that.
Bobby was like, "You're opening for Mike." And
I was,
yes, I'm opening.
but then we pulled up the shirt, which is awesome.
That's so cool,
And Bobby and I both complimented you in how egoless you are that you allowed. I was like, because Brendan was like, "No, what do you mean? We're both there." And I'm like, and Bobby made the point that his head is actually bigger than yours
but that's
on the
just-
T-shirt
that's
because
true
his
to
head.
size.
Just my
and
head.
and your beard kind of blends into the black. But we were laughing on the podcast, being like, because he was like, "What do you mean? It's a tour. We're going to there." And I was like, "So if I open for Bobby, and then Bobby had a shirt, and it was me and Bobby on it, wouldn't that be crazy?" And then
I don't think so.
At this point, it wouldn't be. I think, even
We're
Sam Morril is on the road and he's putting with Gary Veter. It's like, listen, there's limited opportunity for a lot of comedians that want to go on the road right now. So we're packaging ourselves as best as we possibly can. And I don't look at Brendan or you or anybody as, I mean, there are some people, but not as
there
openers.
are many people.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look at us as a joint performance. And because we do things together, it's always billed with us together because people want the opportunity to see see as many of us at the
Exactly.
same time.
Yeah,
as
they do
possible.
not want to pay to see us 3 separate times.
Wow! Look at the
Whoa,
little boy.
Lucas got a haircut. You look great.
You do look good.
Oh my god.
I am
Wow.
thrown.
You look like you just got out of rehab.
You do look like you just got out of
Wow.
rehab.
Dude,
a
if
very
you start,
expensive
if,
rehab.
Yeah, if you start quoting the Bible at me now, this is going to be.
Only Old Testament.
Yeah.
But yeah, so come out to that. So most recent one, September 25th, Fairfield, Connecticut. Come out to that. I got
Hell
2
yeah.
shows. I am running my
Will this be
hour.
out? This will be out after that, right?
Maybe. Okay, so you missed it. Great. Fuck. But
No, it won't. No, it won't.
No.
This is coming out on the 22nd.
okay.
I thought it was coming out the 29th. I thought we were a week behind.
Are we a
Nicole?
week behind?
29th.
Oh, then
It was awesome.
Then it was great.
Yeah, I'm. Hopefully the tape came out great. I'm filming my hour that I'm hoping to film at the end of this year. We're actually in talks with some people. It's very exciting shit that's coming
Yeah.
up. Then October 8th through the 11th. This is the run that Brendan and I are on, the Minotaur Mini Tour, where we go from Columbus, Ohio to McHenry, Illinois to Chicago for 2 nights.
we got
I think
limited T-shirts.
Limited T-shirts, limited tickets. I think we're already adding shows in Columbus.
Wow,
so
great.
it's fucking great. People are coming out. Buy your tickets right now. We're not in huge venues yet. We're in small, intimate places, so the shows will potentially stack up, but we have to sell tickets for that to happen. So MikeCannonComedy.com for all of the tickets. It just got a brand new makeover. Thank you, Cerna Style, for all of your help.
Hell
Our
yeah.
boy from the Patreon. This is also what's great about the Patreon, is it links us up with like-minded people, man, that share our whatever. But they're super cool and they're very supportive and they want to help us out any way they can. So do that. And then the 13th and 14th, I'll be at Uncle Vinny's. It's a Wednesday, Thursday. Again, I'll be running the hour, constantly running this thing. And then November, I have a bunch of dates in New Hampshire. MikeCannonComedy.com. I'm coming to Austin. I'm coming to New Hampshire. I'm coming to Boston. I'm all over the fucking place. I'm very excited about all the touring that's coming up. And yeah, you guys should be too.
Hell yeah, yeah.
What
I'm headlining BJ Ryan's unless they cancel that October 22nd. But other than that, yeah, come out, come see us. If you're in the city, come. We're doing spots every night. Say hi. We're gonna be at Skankfest. Say hi to us there. We love fucking talking
New York
to
Comedy
people.
Festival.
New York Comedy Festival. Me and Feeney have a show where we're gonna get up on
Yeah.
stage together. I got to practice with Cannon, and we're what is that? November 12th?
12th, yeah.
12th at 8:00. That's a Friday at New
That's my
York
mother's
Comedy
birthday.
Club. Cannon's mom's gonna be there celebrating her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/sags2riches, plus Twitter, plus Instagram, and just fucking support the Tron.
And
man.
join the Patreon if you want to know why Brendan feels compelled to wear a chain.
I'm making music too.
He's making music.
I'm making music.
He's making music.
I got one cooking up that I'm almost done with.
Don't
That's
say cooking up.
I got one coming out soon that I really enjoy.
I'm in the shop. I'm in the kitchen, chef and shit. You know what it means. Come on out, see what the boy be spitting.
Isn't that fun to do?
No, yeah,
Yeah, you
the
get
most,
it.
the most.
You get it.
Twitch.tv/NY Freshmaker. Streaming a few days a week now. A lot of times with Shuli, sometimes with Sagalow and Toby McMullen from Are You Garbage and my buddy Billy. It's just a great time. It's a great fun time. So get in there. It's free to
Only
watch. You
90%.
can subscribe. It'll be great. And please don't talk about charging over my plugs. And while you guys are plugging. And that's it. You know, go to my YouTube, youtube.com/Mike Feeney Comedy, and watch Rage Against the Routine. Thanks.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, let's get back into the questions. Sorry for that 48-minute interlude.
Yeah, so long.
But listen, we got shit to plug. That's what's great about this stuff is we're getting busier as it goes. The Patreon is just absolutely banging right now, and everything's moving in the right direction. We're very excited. So, if you were to be the personal valet of any one man or woman from history, who would you want to work for?
The valet.
Personal valet.
Personal valet.
So I don't know if this is my choice, but I will say that I've read and heard a lot of I drove Johnny Carson stories home. It's like between Johnny Carson and Mitzi Shore of the two funnest comedy personalities
Funnest,
to hear
huh?
the most.
Most fun.
That's a bold territory you're entering, my friend.
Why?
Because you speak incorrectly.
So I can't
almost
correct
regularly.
people?
Well, it's a little oxymoronic, no?
No.
Oxymoronic.
Yeah.
I would love some oxys right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's why it's
You're
called
moronic.
oxymoronic. You're moronic. Rick Moranis.
Rick Oxymoronic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually think instead of
You
Jon,
slammed him out of his thought. He had to go, yeah, and then threw up his hand. You ruined what was.
did you almost fall?
No, I'm laughing really hard.
Oh. Yeah, I guess one of those people.
Here goes the wedding.
a wedding
My little book
that you've already been to.
I've been to.
Yeah.
I already went to. I got a great one.
Okay. I don't remember the question.
What one person would you like to be their
valet.
personal valet for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
rest
yeah,
of
yeah,
their
yeah.
life?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say one Norm Macdonald.
Oh, rest
I
in
think
peace.
he rest in peace. I think he would have a lot of really great showbiz stories and stuff. And I everything that I've heard from him was he was like a nice guy to meet, unless you were
Didn't like you.
unless he didn't
Unless
like
you were Harrison Greenbaum on Last Comic Standing.
What did he say about him?
He said something about his Harry Potter versus Bible joke. It's easy to make fun of the Bible or something. It was actually a point that I totally disagreed with. But he had a couple of weird moments from Last Comic Standing. But other than that, I mean, the guy, listen, everybody has faults.
Yeah.
But he's the best.
You know, I think would be very interesting and outside the box one would be Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Formerly
Have you met him?
Mankind. I have.
He could be one of my
lives
two
in-
people I have sex with.
You met
him?
He lives
Yeah.
in Long Island. I've met him a few times actually, and
Me
he's
too.
very, very nice. And he is not going to be here much longer because his body, he is walking like Ozzy Osbourne now.
Yeah.
But I guess Ozzy's still here. But Mick Foley, I feel like just being like, can you tell me about the time you got thrown off a 25-foot cage onto a table and then you somehow got off the stretcher and then climbed back to the top of the cage and then you got chokeslammed through the cage, which wasn't supposed to happen, and you landed on your back on a mat 20 feet below, and then your tooth went through your lip and into your nose, and then you still went on with the match, and then you got chokeslammed onto thumbtacks, and then it's like that's just one match, and then
Can I throw a little water on your fire?
Sure.
Here. So the only problem why that would be a little not the best is because he's probably spoken about all that at length on podcasts. Like you almost have to get somebody from before podcasts. Hey, how about stare back into this universe?
I'm here.
But,
You'd have to get somebody before podcast.
Yeah, but you were like,
I was in a fixed stare for a little bit.
it was terrifying.
Because I was thinking about the tooth thing too. I was like, Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so somebody that hadn't been exploited on podcasts or hadn't told their story on podcasts a lot. Maybe even Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart
would be a really fun one because he's so smart. He could currently talk about anything. He could also talk about anything in the past. He could talk a lot about comedy.
George Carlin would be
George
great.
Carlin would be a great one.
Mick Foley's funny because you'd be like, can you tell me about that match? You'd be like, no, but Mr. Sacco can.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Stuffs it in your mouth.
Can I have sex with your daughter?
That was always
Instead
such
of
a
this?
funny finishing move because you're like just bite his fingers.
Yeah.
Just bite down on the sock.
I think the sock was so stinky it rendered your teeth paralyzed.
I believe
Okay.
that too. I think that's actually.
That would fuck me up when I watched as a kid. He would like pull out his own hair. It was like horrible.
Ugh.
So he would
He was like a petulant child in
He would,
a
like-
man's body.
yeah.
There is not a pill that could make him feel good.
No.
No.
There is no.
It's got to be heroin or bust.
Pain.
I mean, he used to get hit
Yeah.
with like barbed wire bats.
I bet he meditates.
Yeah.
I bet he's like in super
He
into
does yoga,
TM or
DDP
something.
yoga.
Yeah, he's got to be on 9 different types of
Oh,
like,
Ric Flair would
body
be crazy
wellness.
too.
Yeah.
yeah, and like what was it like eating a box on the Metro North?
Is
Did you see that?
That?
There was just a
That
picture.
wasn't him, but it looked
It looked
exactly.
exactly
Oh,
like
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Whoever that reckless son of a bitch is, though,
That's
that person
awesome,
did not
dude.
care about cold sores.
No.
Unbelievable. Okay. Somebody said if you could hire any.
Oh, there he is! Wow. Mike turned around as if Mick Foley was in the room behind him. He was like,
Yeah.
"You don't have to turn around. You could look at this one."
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, man. I mean, his body. I wonder if the ricketiest football player or him is in more pain
Oh, him
Dude,
because
imagine
he's
how long it must take him to get up from that,
from
from being on the floor.
on a
out
hardwood
of
floor.
bed.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Out of bed in the morning must be like he. If I was him, I would be sleeping like Frankenstein with all tubes and plugs in my body, just IVing joint looseners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
HGH,
yeah.
just mainlining fish oil into my body while I'm sleeping
Oh, yeah.
just to get up.
Yeah, dude.
Let's do a couple more.
Nicole has sent me I'm not even kidding.
Which Nicole?
My wife, not
Uh-oh.
producer. 62 meeting requests in the last 25 minutes, and I'm going to kill myself.
62?
Yeah. This is what
That's a real
scheduling with
number?
a child is like. I want to kill myself. A couple more questions. 2 more, let's say. You guys don't know architects, do you?
No.
Feeney?
Architects?
Yeah.
No.
Because this one is, if you could hire any architect alive or from history to design your dream house, who would you pick and where would you build it?
Oh, there is that. Man, I mean, I don't know any of their names, but there are those ones that are like
Pick a house or a building or something like that that really strikes your fancy. Something
Chrysler
in that.
Building.
So you want a house designed a la the Chrysler Building?
No, I mean, I like those ones that are like on, in the Hollywood Hills that are like those, like,
Yeah.
all glass, very modern, open concept infinity pool, which they don't even call infinity pool anymore. They call it disappearing horizon pool or some
Oh,
dumb
that is
shit.
that's
Too
much
many
better.
words.
Yeah.
It's too wordy.
Yeah, I don't care for that at all.
So I think someone would design something like that, but there's a lot of those on like $1 Million Listing and stuff where they have these, like these a lot of French architects
Yeah.
come in and do some crazy, beautiful work.
Yeah.
This is weather reliant, but we stayed in this resort in Bali on our honeymoon called the Bamboo Inda, and the entire place was built out of bamboo.
Wow.
Like the whole place. And it's maybe the coolest design, aesthetic, feel that it felt like you were in Neverland. You know what I mean? Like you almost built it yourself. You got motivated on Adderall for a month and you just tacked up together a fucking resort. But it made you feel like you were like roughing it but taken care of at the same time. And it was like it felt like you built your own fort a little bit, but it was huge and the amenities were insane.
Yeah.
It was fucking perfect. I love that. Yeah.
I would do whoever built the Cinderella castle at Disney World and just make it like a better house. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you can't live in that. They do have a room upstairs that I think
Yeah,
we
you can
talked
stay there.
about that you can
Travis
stay
from
in
Jim
there.
and Sam has stayed there.
Really?
A bunch. Yeah, he loves Disney.
I fucking love Disney too. Travis, let's go to Disney.
He's not watching.
Oh, well, anyway, whatever. Send him this clip. Please email him Travis at jimandsam.com or whatever the fuck. I would make a whole house out of that, and but not in Orlando or anything because it's like the weather fucking stinks.
You know what? You surprised me because I thought your pick was going to be the witch from Hansel and Gretel's house, just made of chocolate
candy.
and cookies.
No, that wouldn't last because what if it melts?
What if you?
Not if
got
it never
hungry?
rains. What?
What have you done with your life that's so great, Rabbit?
Yeah, right.
What are you saving up for studio time with Wank?
Anytime we talk about me rapping, Cannon is like
I'm the
B
mother
Rabbit's
from
mom.
A-File.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna record a song and
Delivering an
and-
overacted performance.
Yeah, yeah.
Try and
With
disguise
Mickey.
the fact
Mike
that
is looking
Eminem's
through
not
Mike is
rap-
looking through bingo tickets, and I go, I'm gonna record a song. And he goes, yeah, right.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna traumatize your sister.
And who
Wait,
was
that
the
might be the
stepdad?
sexiest. That's Michael Shannon.
I thought it
Michael
was.
Shannon.
Yeah, I think that might be the
Greg.
sexiest side boob performance
Oh.
in cinematic history.
That was so.
when he walks in on her fucking
Banging.
and you just see the cusp, the side cusp of her tata, and just right down the sleek part of her back. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, she was so hot in that.
Yeah.
One more.
Okay. So, if you could have invented, we've done this kind of. If you could have invented anything from history, what would you pick? We've said like
We've said
Google,
this.
Lugal.
We've said, yeah, we've
a different one.
anything to make us money.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess they're trying to get us to invent something new. If you could invent something that currently does not exist, what would it be?
Teleportation device that you can wear as a belt.
Okay. That's cool. Stop breathing,
I'm breathing
hard
so
into
hard.
the mic after like you're embarrassed. Teleportation.
Teleportation device. Yeah, there's so many times that I was like, "Fuck!" I wish
you
I
didn't
could
wanna
just
walk?
Teleport.
Yeah.
Not walking, but the long travel of like
Walking.
walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the other room.
Yeah, I have no problem with walking. You're the one that breaks his ankle when you walk off of a fucking curb.
Oh, the one
Wow.
time you fucking fatso. Here's the thing.
Try, fat guy.
Yeah, I want you to get absolutely demolished by a truck while you're on your Revel scooter. Like
I don't even
like-
ride those anymore because I don't have any money.
Joke's on you. I'm poor.
Joke's on you. I'm broke. So
Well, don't
wait.
worry. When you open for me, you'll
Yeah. Oh, I'm on the T-shirt. My head's bigger.
You're not getting a cut of the T-shirt.
10%.
I am
Yeah.
getting close, you know.
Which I realized I'm cutting you too much. I'm putting up all the money.
So, well, we could- Bum, bum, bum.
That's the show, everybody.
Ah. We didn't answer what we would invent. It was a better way to end than what we're gonna say, which is just gonna be boring and flat.
It's just gonna be. It's
My
I would-
attention.
Here's what I would invent.
Anti-gay pill.
I would invent.
I would take every morning.
I would invent. They already have Bible camps for that. I would invent like a kind of a pair of wings that you could put on, like almost like a bra, but you
That's-
put it on and then you could just fly
Angel
up.
wings or like fucking fly wings?
I think they would be proportionate to your size. They need to be just as big to carry you and no bigger.
Okay.
And then once they're done, they fold up very delicately, almost like a T-shirt.
Just to continue on the theme of travel, I'm gonna take both of yours and oldify it a little bit. So I don't want a transmogrifier. What did you call it?
A
Teleportation.
A teleporter, and I don't
He
want
has never said that word.
transmogrifier.
He has
What's
never
that from?
said that
Is that from
word.
Calvin and Hobbes?
Transmognifier.
I think that's from Calvin and Hobbes. But instead of that or wings, I would get the old tubing system from the post office.
Ah, or
get in
Futurama.
and just go
That's great.
and just get shot throughout the city and
Hamster
able to get
wheel.
dropped
That's
off wherever.
great, yeah.
Be
Was it the Michael Scott thing?
Now-
Like Hamster City? And he's like, damn it, all right, Tube City.
Now my question is, did you remember the page number that we were on
Nope.
Uh-oh.
before you closed the book?
I didn't.
Great.
Well, no,
That's the
there's
show,
an
everybody.
indent. There's an indent on that. You see where it's like keep
I'll
fold.
figure it out.
No, you see how the pages? I think it's gonna be right here.
No, we're not even close to that, dude.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll figure it out. All right. Bye. Here's the Scenario is Mike Feeney, Mike Cannon, and Brendan Sagalow. Executive producers Robert Kelly and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button Podcast. For more information about the show, visit here'sthescenario.com.
The scenario.